everybody, and welcome. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. And happy Wednesday, guys. And Wednesday is our class that we like to call Picture This. And Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a painting, anything, any image. And your job is to write a chorus for that said picture. And, it's been a lot of fun these past couple of weeks doing this with you guys. Well, every week we do this. And why do we do this? Some of you asked me that in class. Some of you guys asked me that in the comment sections. Well, it's a great exercise, and it's a great place to start with a subject matter. Sometimes when I'm recording with people, I don't know what we're going to record about. They want me to write a song with them. They're vocalists. They're not particularly songwriters. So somebody will book a session with me, and we'll have a Zoom session or a real live session here at my house, and we'll sit down, and we got a piece of paper, and that's what we got on it. Nothing, right? And we're staring at nothing for 30 minutes sometimes. Well, what do you want to write about? I don't know. What do you want to write about? So it's really good. Sometimes a picture will strike some kind of, it'll inspire you to come up with something based on a picture, So every week I go through these Google images. I'll even type in sometimes thought-provoking images. And different things pop up, and I'll be bouncing around looking at stuff, and some pictures just smack me right in the chops and go, you're my subject matter for the week, so then I start putting I start looking at all the ones I really like. I'll narrow it down sometimes to like 3 or 4, from like 10 to 3 or 4, and I'll say, which one is conjuring up more images lyrically? And that'll whoever does that is the winner. You know what I mean? And the cool thing about this exercise is nobody you give this picture to is going to have the same story. They're not. It's just a frozen image in time, or it could be a painting, just a painting. But when we're looking at that still frozen photograph, we don't know what happened right before the picture or right after the picture. It's just a moment frozen. Or if it's a painting, it's a painting frozen in time. There's no before or after, just there. And the great thing about this exercise is, of course, there are rules to the exercise. One of the exercise rules is, of course, it's got to tell a story, your lyrics. You got to bring that picture to life with words, because it's a song. And a chorus of a song is the catchiest part. That's the part everybody sings along to, right? So here's the rules of that, is it's got to tell a story, okay? It's got to rhyme because it's a song, and it's got to make sense. What I mean by that, it's got to make universal sense to the listener. They got to understand where you're coming from. Unless it's, Come Together from the Beatles. That song doesn't make any sense to me, but it sounds cool, all the words. Some songs don't have to have a story to be cool, but I like starting with some sort of theme, okay? And the theme is, in this case, whatever the picture is, you write on that. And what I want you to do, so now that you know what the rules are, it's got to rhyme, it's got to tell a story, it's got to make sense to the listener. When you first start this, I tell you this all the time, and I will continue to tell you this forever. When you stare at the image, pay attention to every single thing in the picture. I don't care if it's somebody way in the background with a red shirt walking that way, walking away from the camera. Write all that down. Whatever the picture is, whatever the focal point of the picture is, of course, write that down. Don't even worry about rhyming yet. Just write down everything you see, like a shopping list. You know what I mean? Like a grocery list, eggs, milk, uh, two people holding hands, the sun's in the distance, there's some palm trees way in the back, there's people out of focus, but you see them. Write all that down. That's all important. Like, don't worry about rhyming yet. Just write down everything you see in the picture first. Write that down. Then get a second piece of paper. And here's what I want you to do. Once you see the picture, I want you to stare into the picture. Stare at it until you go off into a daydream. That's what I always do. I stare into this photograph until I'm not here anymore. I'm in the picture, and I'm in here. And I'm making this little daydream / mini movie in my head. When I pull back out and I'm here at my desk again, and I realize I'm staring at my phone, looking at this image, then I write down everything I saw in my little dream. Because a picture will cause you to see little mental images of other things based on what you're looking at. Subliminally, things happen like that. So I'm going to show you the picture in just a minute. But that's how I want you to focus on every time you do this exercise. And you'd be surprised what you can come up with. And listen, don't expect it to be a masterpiece your first day on the job. It takes time. That I've read songwriters, very credible songwriters who have pretty big hits under their belt say, your first 100 songs probably suck. After that 100th song, you're going to start getting better at the process. And it's true. Anything you spend time with, and always listen to other songs. They're your best teachers, especially songs that are successful. Look at how they're laid out. Look at, how they're set up. Read the words. Listen to the song, how they're singing it, like the cadence, all that. And you'll start copycatting that, but then you'll start being original in your own way. I'm getting off the point a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. So then once you have your little mini daydream written down, even if it's like in a story, don't worry about it rhyming still. Get another piece of paper. Now start to poetically tell your story. What do I mean by that when I say poetically? I want you to start thinking in songwriting terms now. Rhyming. Plays on words. Look for words that don't come right out and say love. Like if it's a love song, don't say love. Say something else, but everybody gets that message. You know what I mean? Try to do things that, try to approach it from a different angle. Be creative. Fail. I want you to fail. I want you to suck in the beginning. I want you to just write what you feel, Well, anyway, enough of that. I'm going to show you the image now, and then I'm going to tell you what I wrote for that image. So without further ado, here is the image I have chosen for this week. Okay, and we're back. So you saw the picture. It's a woman's hands cupping a heart made out of stone. I thought that was a cool picture. Something about it just spoke to me. I just thought it was cool. Black and white, not colorful, which also brings the dramaticness of the picture out. Sometimes black and white pictures are cooler than color pictures. So now that you've seen the picture, you can freeze on that picture as long as you want. And just stare at it. stare at the heart, stare at the fingers. Think about what that means to you, that photograph, okay? I'm going to read you the words that I wrote for this now, okay? So, of course, my mind goes into, you know, when you're young, this is the daydream I had. A young guy like myself when I was young met a woman older, and when you're young and naive and people are older, they sometimes can influence you, you make bad decisions. So that's kind of what I based my thing on. So it goes, I looked in your eyes, hypnotized by the fire. You took all my breath with your kiss of desire. Yes, I was weak when you caught me alone. Turn this foolish heart to a heart of stone. I'll read it one more time. I looked in your eyes, hypnotized by the fire. You took all my breath with your kiss of desire. Yes, I was weak when you caught me alone. Turn this foolish heart to a heart of stone. So that is my lines for that. And that's my mental picture of, being a young kid and being influenced by this beautiful older person, they can turn your young free heart into a little jaded after they hurt you or break your heart or whatever. Makes you more cautious for the next thing, That's kind of like where I'm going with that, with the chorus. But anyway, guys, I can't wait to see what you guys write for this chorus. I really can't wait to hear what you guys have for this. Anyway, that is all the time that we have. Again, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey. Be good. I love you guys. Be safe, and I will see you next week. Peace.